Hello, I'm Ravi Visvesvaraya Sharada Prasad on Tuesday, 31st August 2021. Over the last few years, Facebook has got into numerous controversies in India over its rumored political linkages with the government of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, its alleged connections with the Hindutva Sangha Parivar and the IT cell, that is the information technology cell of the ruling Bharatiya Janata Party. However, according to my sources, Facebook in USA is planning to drastically reduce showing political content in its news feeds. The spin that Facebook management is putting out is that its subscribers are already reacting negatively to political content. However, my surmise is that since social media platforms have got into controversies with newspapers and regulators in Australia, Germany, and France over sharing of news items, this could be a means of avoiding conflicts with governments in Europe and the OECD countries. This could also be Facebook hedging its political bets, especially after the change of government in USA and claiming that it is neutral politically. In compliance with India's new rules about online digital media and online news portals also needs to be examined. For instance, Yahoo recently discontinued its Yahoo News because it said that it would not be able to comply with India's new regulations. And this would mark a major shift in Facebook's strategy because beginning about a decade ago, Facebook was actively pushing its subscribers to join political groups and civic groups, and that is across the political spectrum. And this would also lead to major changes in Facebook's relationships with advertisers and news publishers because there would be major changes in traffic patterns and advertising rates would have been reworked because there would be changes in click throughs and eyeballs. And Facebook's current algorithm evaluates the probabilities that subscribers would first share a post with their preface quote on their own news feed or in a group or on a friend's profile. And second, in order of importance, would be to share a post without a quote. A third would be to comment on a post, and the fourth would be to click on one of the reactions buttons, that is like or love or angry or sad or ha 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 or wow. And according to my sources, Facebook will retire these algorithms' weightages for political posts, and instead, Facebook will evaluate users' responses to polls and surveys. And it is understood that political topics account for only about 8% to 10% of the overall content and posts that its users in North America and Europe engage with. And Facebook has faced severe criticism in India and USA and other countries about misinformation and disinformation propagated on its platform. And Facebook had to devote considerable resources and personnel for fact checking and flagging dubious information and unreliable information. So these could be factors in Facebook deciding to shift away from political posts. And in fact, Mark Zuckerberg has made contradictory statements about Facebook's involvement in politics, depending on who his audience was. To a political audience at Georgetown University, Zuckerberg praised Facebook as a strong enabler of democracy and free speech in numerous countries. And he dubbed Facebook as the fifth estate. And Zuckerberg emphasized that Facebook, as a fifth estate, facilitated the common person to freely express her opinion or his opinions without being throttled by powerful gatekeeping forces or censors in politics and the media. However, to investors, Mark Zuckerberg emphasized that the traffic flows were much higher for staying in touch with families and friends as compared to news and current affairs. And therefore, the revenues would be higher for personal messaging, that is WhatsApp and Facebook Messenger, and for posts on interest groups would generate more eyeballs and click throughs. So please subscribe to my YouTube and IGTV channels, and please follow my Twitter account at RVP, and please connect with me on LinkedIn and Instagram. My Twitter account is at RVP. This is Ravi Visvesvaraya Sharada Prasad saying goodbye. Have a great day. Today is 31st August 2021, Tuesday, a very cold evening of Tuesday, 31st August 2021. Goodbye.